Zack Moss, RB30 on Sleeper, RB25 on Underdog, similar in ADP again, right around the 94th, 95th pick. We've got a two-headed backfield in Cincinnati, but it feels like this one could go either way. The Chase Brown experience boiled down to a couple of highlight reel plays, 33 rush attempts, and 13 targets across the whole of last season. He did lead all running backs in yards per target, but the Bengals still sought to bring in Zack Moss off what was a massive bounce back year for him. He had just shy of 1,000 all-purpose yards. He's only 26 years old. Rich, how are you playing this backfield?
I think I want as many pieces of this backfield as possible. I think this is a prime kind of ambiguous backfield. Both guys are cheap. I think there's a world where both could stay healthy, both could play all year, and both could still pay off at the ADP. I think this is going to be a good offense. I want pieces of it. And if I can get backs at this sort of cost that have got the upside of both these guys, I'm really excited. I feel like I've been banging the drum for Zack Moss since, about week 8 last year, where I was saying he's a free agent, someone's going to pay him, go out and buy him in Dynasty while he's dirt cheap, and everyone wants to forget about him. And yeah, look, I really like the contract. Okay, it's not big money, but the Bengals went out and acquired him, paid him competent kind of 1A, 1B money. And I'm really excited about what he could be in this offense behind, maybe the best offensive line since we've seen Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. I think those two tackles, I don't know if there's ever been two bigger tackles in the NFL starting together. They're about 1,000 pounds between them, I think. So yeah, very excited about what he could do in this offense.
How about you, Hayden?
In terms of the contract, he basically is making as much money as Joe Mixon was going to be making. So like that to me is a good sign. So Mixon led the NFL and inside the 5-yard line opportunities per game last year. Did he score on them? No, but that's why they have Zack Moss. I think there is some schematic reasons why, like the shotgun runs, they had a lot of success with that with the Colts last year. And obviously Joe Burrow wants to play from shotgun in general. So there could be some like philosophical schematic reasons why they decided to go with Zack Moss. And I've seen Joe Mixon have 50-point games in this offense. So in terms of ambiguous backfields, I want them when they're attached to projected top 5 offenses. And right now that's exactly what the Bengals are. And it's not like Zack Moss came out of nowhere as like a UDFA. Like there was some hype at one time. He was like constantly banged up, did not look like himself for a couple of seasons there. And obviously that's never good news, but there was some pedigree with him, and like $4.5 million. It's not nothing in the running back market out there. So I think that Chase Brown, watching him, he was to me more of a finesse back. He's like his weight is listed all right, but in terms of his play style, I thought was like not confident in his decision making and not like that physical of a rusher. And didn't play very much until like Travion Williams went down. So I think that Chase Brown's going to be a change of pace back. And I don't think that he's really competing for Zack Moss at the goal line. And that's like really the only thing I'm looking for in this backfield.
I'd also add with Chase Brown, he's had an off season, maybe he's worked on it, but the tape last year, he was one of the worst and most clueless backs in pass pro. So unless that's seen a drastic improvement, and I think at his build, at his size, that's going to be a challenge anyway. I struggle to see a world where the Bengals are trusting him in critical passing situations with, the $200 million man in Joe Burrow. Are they going to want Chase Brown protecting him? No, they're probably going to want Zack Moss on the field. And we know Zack Moss is a competent receiving back, and that's, just another reason why I quite like Zack Moss across.
Yeah, these pocket passer quarterbacks are always getting injured. Let's move on. If you're finding us for the first time, hit the subscribe button. Loads more redraft, loads of best ball content, and loads of dynasty content right here. We are closing in on 2,500 subscribers. All you got to do is hit that button.